All right, let me post this up here. Give me one moment. All right, all right. Let us get this first thing up on the screen. We hope everybody's doing all right. Give me just a couple of seconds here. We will throwing up an image here real fast. This thing is being just annoying. And bam. All right, that's a little too big. We will first be discussing Gundam Seed Freedom, the movie that's premiering at the beginning of next year, pretty much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
join me today, Mr. Chris.
How y'all doing today?
I'll let you start us off, Mr. Chris.
You gonna put it on me, huh? What is it? Then Gundam Seed came out what about 15, 16 years ago?
Okay, 2003, 4? Because I was getting this stuff on VHS tapes way back in the day.
Yeah, 'cause when I first started watching Gundam Seed, it was on DVDs. Cause that's back when Netflix used to mail people DVDs. So it's definitely been it's at least been 10 years at the most. It's been at least 10 years since Gundam Seed's been on the air.
I've been getting this
And
stuff.
and
Never mind.
finally after all this time, the long awaited movie is finally here. And according to the director, what's it, Fukuda? I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Basically, this is going to be the end of the cosmic era. Pretty much all Gundam Seed ends at this movie. That's the end of the universe, or so he says. And we don't really get to know much about it because the two teaser trailers they put out were only what, maybe 30, 40 seconds for both of them. So you don't really get to see too much. You get to see the second trailer actually shows you a lot more, but it's kind of hard to place where in the timeline it takes place just by looking at it. According to the what do they call it? The overview. However, they're basically kind of letting you know what the script is about. What do they call it? Uh, I guess you would say it's an overview. I don't know
Yeah, I
how you
would
can.
say that or the description. I don't know. Don't ask
Yeah.
me. My brain's about halfway working right here.
Well, according to the overview, it takes place, I think it said, at least 2 years after Gundam Seed Destiny. So that's where it picks up. And from the second trailer, it kind of looks like either they are cloning Durandal and he's coming back, or somebody's picking up where he left off with the Destiny plan because he is heavily shown in the second trailer, along with basically a lot of the new characters that we're going to get to see. We get a new pilot. I forgot what her name is. She's not interesting to me. We got Kira, Shin, Luna Maria, all from Gonna See Destiny. We don't really see too much of Atherin at all. We think we see like one scene of him, like he look like he's spying on someone because he's behind a wall. But outside of that, we don't really see much of Atherin. It seems to focus heavily on Kira, and it's kind of almost seeming like Kira might be the antagonist of the show, of the movie. Like maybe he's kind of like, maybe Durandal was right. Maybe kind of take away people's free will and just force them into doing things, doing what they love, but basically they not having any free will to choose to do anything else. Maybe that was a good thing. Maybe we should have did that to kind of stop war because we do. Cause pretty much every time we see the trailers, it's always, you know, blown up mobile suits and stuff. The technology kind of looks old, so I'm not sure if they're going to a flashback in some of the trailers because they're using like old gens and look like strike daggers and stuff. We see two destroy Gundams, So I'm not sure if it's a flashback to Seed or Seed Destiny. It's kind of
I think there might
ambiguous.
be a flashback to see Destiny. We will see though.
Oh yeah, because it has to be, because I'm like, if it's been, because the Jin, because by the time Seed Destiny comes around, they don't even use the Jins anymore. Like the Zaku Warrior pretty much took that place, and that's pretty much the main mobile suit. So that had to be a flashback where you see like the Jin and the daggers and stuff like that. Well, it seems kind of interesting. The character designs to me are kind of weird because for some reason all the women have full pouty lips.
They may,
So
yeah, because well, God, what is her name? Lacia, Lacu. Here's love interest. Damn, why can't I ever pronounce her name right?
Lacus.
Lacus? That was his best friend's girlfriend at one point in Seed. And they get hook up in Destiny. The irony. No, they hook up later in Seed. God,
You
it's
talking about Kiros?
yeah,
Oh yeah, Lacus.
yeah, Lacus. She looks like in one of the screenshots she matured.
And I think they did a complete redesign of some of the characters, and it kind of looks weird with the women having the lips like that because it always look like they're pouting.
I don't think she's pouting. I think they give a bit more. It might be like lipstick or something, just a bit more, or they might be giving more expressions on them, or
Mm,
more of a gloss to them. Excuse me. That's the word I'm
that,
looking for.
that's true. But from the even just a little bits of the trailer we still have not seen the new Freedom yet. They still have not shown what it looks like, even though we kind of have a a model kit of it already. Well, cause I think it's going to be based off the Strike Freedom Extreme model, but we still haven't seen. We haven't seen the Freedom. We haven't seen the Justice. Uh, we haven't seen what mobile suit Shin has. So I'm not sure if he's going to have a rebuilt Destiny or an upgraded Destiny Gundam. Don't know, because it seems like they've just been focusing more on characters and not the mobile suits, because we haven't seen really any of the signature suits from that series. But and what else? And I'm hoping one thing. I think they're kind of hinting at it after him being with either Kagali or what's her name, Mayrin, because when you see his publicity picture they have up for his little thing, it has him standing and it has Kagali on one side and Mayrin on the other. So I'm assuming they're gonna finally answer that question that people have been wondering since Gundam Seed Destiny. And I'm hoping and praying that they do not put him with Kagali. I like that's the to me that's the worst thing they could do if they really
Oh,
want to turn the fans on him.
oh, we'll see. I mean, it's
Kagali is the worst.
yes, you're not wrong, but I mean, as long here's my thing. As long because I have to go brush up even up. God, what is Seed? Seed is what 50 episodes, and so is Destiny.
Hmm.
That's fine. At least
Or you
we
could just
it's
watch or you could watch the
the
Gundam Seed
movies.
movies. You can watch the three Gundam Seed movies that kind of condenses it all down to just straight
That's
plot.
fine. That's probably what I'm gonna do. That's what I had to do with Code Geass, but that final movie for Code Geass was amazing, and I won't. I
Mm.
don't mind some of the minor retcons they did either.
I don't think they did it for Gundam Seed Destiny though, and I think they basically with the Gundam Seed remastered stuff is out. I think that's kind of decanonized a lot of things because they changed some stuff in
As
the
long
Seed
as it
remastered.
doesn't, as long as it doesn't break the main focus and all that, I'm not gonna complain.
No, just certain one character gets a really they changed something about one character's death and it made it really stupid. It
Listen,
just like
after after the newest Gundam series, no, I don't. I I don't think we've escalated beyond that, but we won't get into that. We've already done that.
No. This makes Twitch that to shame how they did Nickel.
Oof, it is.
Because if you watch the, cause you seen Gundam Seed, right? You say you know how Nickel dies.
Yeah.
Like Kira swings the blade into the cockpit, right?
Yes.
They changed that.
Oh,
Instead of Kira swinging the blade, Kira steps back, lowers the blade, and Nickel kind of just runs into it.
bruh.
Like the Blitz just tripped and fell into the blade.
It's like, oh, oops.
And people were like heated about that because they said that is so dumb. It makes Nickel's death looks like an accident. Like Kira doesn't have to feel. You don't have to feel sad, Kira. You didn't do this. Nickel did it.
He
So
tripped
you
on
like
his own.
it like they tried to alleviate the guilt that Kira should feel for having to kill people. I'm like that's part of his character arc and development of him. Like if you start taking that stuff away, his shift to where I don't want to kill anymore doesn't make sense. But outside of that, when I say that's about the worst change, but the rest of the remastered I do like very much. I love the extended battle scenes, especially when they get the orb and they do like it's completely redone, and you see the Buster and the Blitz. I mean the Buster. You see the Buster and the Strike, the IWSP full version
Mm-hmm.
Strike, and you see those two just fighting side by side, and just one scene where they just come in with that agony, just wreck everything. It's just. I tell you, like, if you just want to go, just go to YouTube and look up the battle scenes from Gundam Seed Remastered. Like, it's like incredible what they did. But get back to the movie because we don't got all our topic. We ain't all in the seed. Uh,
Oh,
we probably really gonna have to wait till January to actually get probably December to actually get a official trailer so we can
well, I
actually
mean, we have the teaser, but it's a teaser. Like you see Kira with his new helmet and all that, and I'm not sure what that new emblem is on top of his helmet.
it's speculating that it's supposed to be like because Kira is like the leader of Zaf's military now.
Right.
So it's supposed to be like kind of like how Durando had faith. Like it's kind of supposed to be like something like that, but just people he selected. But we're gonna see. I do like the new helmet designs and the new suit designs and stuff for the pilots.
They're
I'm
not
actually,
bad. They're using some of the 3D anime as well. It's interesting.
and it looks like it.
It's
It looks like early 2000s animation, computer animation.
okay. Hold on. That wasn't that bad. Zoids was pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, but you could tell like you could tell like this is early animate computer animation. It don't look like they're using the same kind of computer animation they did with Dozel's Island.
Probably not. I mean, we'll see. This is just a teaser. They could still up some stuff.
Because I'm actually interested to see what the plot is gonna be. Because I really think they're gonna make Kira the bad guy in this. Because that's kind of seen what the teasers kind of seem to hint at.
I assume nothing because it's a teaser. I've
Yeah,
I've learned to quit assuming a long time ago with some of this stuff.
yeah, but that would be interesting. The director has said they're gonna do something that they've never been seen before in Gundam.
Okay, I don't know about that. To be fair, the way the way Gundam has been going with some of the newer stuff, I'm like, I don't know. There's been just
Kind of controversy and splitting of the fan base.
so I'm just like, I don't know. Like, see, what was it? I try not to uh, stray off too far on the subject, but it was like us getting Witch of Mercury, where there was some censorship on the very last episode. I'm just like, that doesn't even matter. Like, the whole story has just been dropped. It's
I, I got
bamboozling.
Yeah, I've already told you. I guarantee, like a couple of years from now, when you see the directors of that show, they're gonna. I guarantee you, and you can mark my words on this. They're
All right,
that
I'll make a note
that
right now.
when they come out and talk about that series, I guarantee you they're gonna say this was a 50 episode series that Bandai forced us to cram down into 25.
I like if you're gonna have this much drama, especially like Gundam Seed had, you had to like draw it out. I mean, you had to do a 50 episode series, 48, whatever, to really to lay all that groundwork. But well,
Yeah, and they needed to be more consistent in the tone of the show because the prelude gives you a sense that the show is going to be one way, and then once you get into it, it kind of flips into what's that Gundam Bill Divers, and then it kind of flips back and forth between we want to be serious, but we kind of want to have the school drama going on, but now we want to be serious. It's like it didn't know which lane it wanted to stay in.
it just took. We're in school, drama, accident happened, war breaks out. Huh? Hold on, like hold the phone. I don't know. It's so. Oh well, let's not get into too
But
much any
yeah,
further into it. But
but
I think this is
I'd
going to
ask you,
be.
sir, are you looking forward to it, or is it something you would want to see in the
I've
theaters?
enjoyed
Because
Gundam Seed and all that, so we will see how it goes. As long as I do not get another Hathaway Flash movie or another Gundam The Witch from Mercury, we will be fine.
I'm actually ready to see what kind of music they're gonna have. Because that's one thing I will say about Gundam Seed. No matter what anybody say, every Gundam fan, the one thing everybody pretty much is unanimous on that Gundam Seed probably has the best soundtrack out of all the Gundam series. So
I'm
I am
sorry,
definitely
nothing
interested.
will ever beat G Gundam.
And TM Revolution, I trying to remember all they had. So it was so many good songs in Seed and Seed Destiny.
Yes, there was.
Hey, that soundtrack blew everything away when it comes to Gundam. G Gundam's it's a close second, but Seed kind of like that's pretty much universally everybody like we may not like Seed or Seed Destiny, but we can't really complain about the music. The music was on point.
Excuse me, let me go write an angry letter to Bandai real fast.
But we will see, like I said, probably in December we'll actually get a full trailer. I think December, November, somewhere towards the end of
I
the
would
year
think
we'll get one.
November. I
Because
would think
these little
November.
teasers are like, okay, man, it's been 10 years. You're not teasing anything. All right, just go ahead and show us.
Yeah,
And
they definitely
I
need
do,
to.
and the end of those something. I'm just gonna say, I really wish he wouldn't have basically just said that this is gonna be the end of the cosmic era.
That's it's not bad if
Like
they do it
I
that
get it.
way.
I understand. You know, if it was you and your wife's creation, your wife don't pass. She pretty much wrote Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny. She's passed on, unfortunately, and you just basically been pushing to get this movie out just so it could be kind of put like a put a cap on her work. But to be honest, if I had to be honest about it, everything that him and his wife didn't have a hand in when it come to Gundam Seed actually was better than the series. The Gundam Seed, the Stray mangas, the Gundam Seed, the clips that just came out, Gundam Seed, Stargazer, like all the stuff that they had no hands in were actually better than the show. And Stargaze is only think maybe a 3 or 4 episode OVA, and it's incredibly good for just an OVA.
Well, I mean, you take out a lot of like not a ton of story, but they really condensed it down. So it's
And I honestly don't feel like it's the end. Like if Bandai say, hey, if somebody at Bandai wants to play in the Gundam Seed universe, you got 2 years in between Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny, and now you got 2 years in between this and the movie. And if you're a Universal Century fan, you understand what that means. Like, how many series take place within that 1 year wartime span?
Oh my God, let's not go there. There's too many there to go with. Dear Lord God. Oh,
Like I said, we will see in January. I think it's going to be a big hit. I'm probably going to have to obtain it through other means, complete legal YouTube.
I mean, they'll. I'm sure we will get it
Yeah, but
here over
it's
in the
not going to be in a
States.
theater though. I doubt they're going to put it in theaters though. It'll probably either go straight to Crunchyroll or Funimation or something like that.
Yeah, I mean that
But
won't be that bad. Anyways, I guess you want to move on to the next topic, or you have any
yeah,
more?
we can move on to the next one.
All right, let me find something real fast. Damn it, Twitter, work with me here, or X, whatever I call you now.
I'm still going to call it Twitter.
It's whatever I deem it to be.
I've been calling it Twitter for the last however many years.
X gonna give it to me, all right. Give me the goods.
That doesn't sound so childish. Like you're trying to be all hip and stuff. X.
Listen, he's got an obsession with X. It's just it is what it is.
Mm. Yeah, sooner or later we'll all be driving Teslas.
Hell no. I am not driving a damn fully battery operated car.
Yeah, they pushing everything towards that now.
I will chew on rocks before that happens.
I was like, oh man, this is gonna be weird.
I'll buy a hybrid before I
Because Dodge is already basically stopped all production on their gas powered cars for these electric Hornets.
foolishness. Foolishness.
It helps save the environment.
I know it's not. It's making it worse. Anyway, we're not gonna get too far in that. All right, our next roundabout is going to be all the Mortal Kombat stuff that has happened recently. We will jump to that. We will save the big stuff, EVO and Gamers8 Invitational, for a little bit later. All right. You've seen the new trailers and everything, Mr.
Yep.
Chris. Who are you expecting to play out of all the characters that have been shown so far?
Well, I already know I'll be playing Sub Zero. I've been a Sub Zero main since MK9. That's all. I always thought he was cooler than Scorpion. No pun intended.
There was a pun. Too late. He meant it.
But nah, Sub Zero's always been the guy. Like, I just hate the way they kind of make him second banana to Scorpion. Like in trailers, he always loses to Scorpion.
That's kind of how it goes. Fire beats ice.
Mm, even in the movie, Scorpion's the good guy, Sub Zero's the bad guy. He gets killed in the end. I'm like, yeah, really, we Sub Zero fans, we don't get much. Last Mortal Kombat game, Sub Zero gets one chapter and he has to share it with Scorpion.
Oh, I mean, they're like brothers now. What do you expect?
I expect him to I would expect him to have at least one chapter by himself. Scorpion had what, 3 chapters?
I think
One with
so.
Sub Zero, and then he had some on his own. But so I'm
I
looking
try
forward
not
to
to remember 11 too much.
but I'm looking forward to Sub Zero, Smoke. I'm trying to think. Reptile kind of looks interesting, but probably Katana and maybe. I'm trying to think. No, they haven't shown her yet because I don't think she's gonna be in there. Yeah, I would want Jade to be in there, but I don't think she's gonna be there. Or she
Listen,
might
I
just be a cameo.
Listen, I don't need to see any more damn Jade stands because Jade was stupidly good for quite some time. Oh,
But those are probably the three main characters I'm looking to play with.
I know this is going to be a very interesting one for me. I will definitely will be playing Smoke. I was as a kid, Pizza Hut. There's Mortal Kombat. I think it's 3. I saw Cyber Smoke. I'm like, this guy's cool. I like him. And other Mortal Kombats I've tried out. I didn't really like. I only played like Mortal Kombat from like a simple perspective of the arcades here and there. Never really, never really dove into it really heavily until Mortal Kombat 9. I was like, all right, Smoke's pretty cool. I'll play this character. Now, definitely Smoke is up there for me. That I will legitimately play. This go around Reptile I may pick up as well. I did
Yeah,
try him out in 10, but he just seems a lot cooler now. The way they've done
I
him,
like how they kind of integrate like his transformation into his fighting style.
yes, is a lot better.
Yeah, it's just the whole storyline is starting to seem kind of interesting. The way everything is like basically rebooted the whole universe, but things are still kind of going bad.
Yeah, it's like, this timeline might be a little messed up. Liu Kang, Garrus is a lot cooler now.
Yeah, since he is now the keeper of time, the
He's
keeper of
still,
the
although
hourglass.
Liu Kang still is, he just still protects the hourglass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, which I think he didn't get a good deal in MK11. I think they
Listen,
kind of wasted him.
well, I mean, he's was created by Chronica or whatever that crazy white lady was. Give me a moment. All right. Let's see. But I mean, the he was pretty good off in the beginning, but now he's a bit more. I would say better this version from what they've shown off. Smoke. I'm not sure what to say. I may play Garrus too. I don't know. But Smoke. All of the ninjas look like they belong to some K-pop band or some boy band from Japan. I'm not kidding. It is weird. And now a
It's
minor
kind of
gripe. Go ahead.
I say it's kind of weird because I'm like, is I know it's Bihan Sub Zero. It's not Kuai Liang, the brother, the younger brother. But like the whole time I'm like, well, where is he?
We
Because
may not.
you see him, Scorpion, and Smoke, but you don't see the brother.
We may not this go around.
Yeah, because they've already shown that Sub Zero is going to be a traitor.
Well, this one, anyways, and we might get Noob Cybot later.
Like I said, you said you had a minor gripe.
Yeah. Why does Tanya look like Whoopi Goldberg? Listen, I'm not kidding. No one can take that away. She literally her redesign. I've seen her the actual model they used. Compare
I think I've
this.
seen her.
I was like, she's gorgeous, but then I look at the in-game model of Tanya. I'm like, how did you go from this to Whoopi Goldberg? I don't I don't understand. I was like, whatever. I ain't
Like
touching
I
the
haven't seen
character.
her. I haven't seen her. The model she was based off of. I'm just looking for the video game. I'm like, ugh.
Dude,
Y'all
she
may need to go to face.
is
Y'all might need some work on the
gorgeous.
face. I mean,
But
y'all might need to
they
do some work on the face animation.
they took some creative liberties somewhere they shouldn't have. All the men are handsome and all the women are a bit
But all the women
sus.
look kind of cute. But
I'm
Katana looks
sorry.
kind of cute. Melina somewhat looks decent before she started getting the plague starts to affect her.
Listen, you always like the weird women in games, especially if they're pink or purple. That's what I'm noticing a pattern with you. You're a Melina main, aren't you?
No, I never played Melina. I never really liked her like that.
Folks, I think he's lying to us. He plays Jury in Street Fighter.
Like, nah, I was pretty good with Katana and MK9. I just stopped playing because I just always stuck with Sub Zero.
Mundo, I haven't looked at any of the new stuff quite. I think he might be part of the Lin Kuei now.
Yeah, he's part of the Lin Kuei. There's no more Shirai Ryu. It's
Yeah,
just
in
the Lin
this
Kuei.
yeah, in this new universe.
Because Liu Kang was supposed to basically he
I've
kind of like
created
got
the
rid of a lot of the elements that basically caused a lot of the strife and stuff.
it's so weird. Like I mainly
Because
want to
all
play MK1 for the story because I'm curious. It's
yeah, because
like Liu
all
Kang, how messed up have you made this universe?
yeah, because all the ninjas seem to be brothers or in the same clan, except for Rain and Reptile.
Well, Rain's always been his. I mean, his thing was always being a traitor. Same with like Tanya. Tanya was known as the traitor throughout outer or the outer realm.
Yeah, now she's the leader of the all female priestess group. And I do like, and that's another character I do like. I forgot what her name is. The old leader.
Lee May, I believe it
Yeah,
is.
she looks interesting.
She, I mean, she. Let's see, her, the demon chick,
Rain
Havoc.
Rain looks good because he looks like he's gonna be a zoner.
Nah, Havoc. Oh, I meant to mention Havoc. Havoc looks crazy.
Yeah, because Havoc's the one that like rips off his arms and stuff.
Yes, and he's got like a hidden blade arm. Like he has been playable. The demon chick has been playable since like what Deadly Alliance or whatever. I mean, it's been like 10 years or something for them to be playable.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's all they're putting all the stuff because this is a good chance for them to like bring back all the characters that they killed off. Like Nike just bring them back because the universe is restarted.
pretty much. We'll see what they do with them. I am.
Hopefully they don't write themselves into a corner like they did with the previous series.
Which series?
You know, with basically all the other MKs kind of basically they wrote themselves into a corner. That's why they started doing all the time stuff because they kind of ran out of places to go with the characters. And that's why they did the reboot, basically, so they could just start over fresh.
I think when they were doing 9 to 10, it was great. When we get to 11, the story's nice to a point. The best part of 11 is like the aftermath, like the conflict between Kung Lao and, or excuse me, yes, Kung Lao against my brain today against Shang Tsung as like the baddie. It's like who will take over the hourglass?
And then I guess because the ending kind of splits into two different versions, so technically it's like those two different universes still exist.
Yep.
You got Liu Kang's over here, and then you got Shang Tsung's over here, and I'm guessing that's what causes the conflict in MK1.
I I think so.
We'll see because we are supposed to get the beta. When I looked on the thing, it said we're supposed to get the beta this weekend. Actually, yeah, it said the 18th through the 21st, so it'll be this weekend. So that'll actually be a good chance to kind of play the game, see how it feels. I know
Yep.
that NetherRealm sped up the engine of the game, so the game is a lot faster now. It's kind of like MK9 movement.
It's somewhere between 9 and 10 from what one of my friends was telling me when they tried it at Evo.
Yeah, they sped it up to where now you can do like in MK9 where you could dash block. So they did listen to the community and they sped up the engine a little bit because people
I
were
would
saying the
love
game
to
was
be
too
able to
slow.
dash block or dash block. I didn't see a stamina bar.
I don't think that's there. It still got the. It looks like it still got meter and all that stuff. I don't know if they're going to do it the same way they did in MK11, where you had offensive and defensive meter, and like it, because it was kind of weird because you had to know the exact string and then what point in that string where you could enhance a move to basically make it an EX move.
I think some, I'm trying to remember now. If they said a breaker costs 3 bars, don't quote me on that. I'm trying to remember that was from the latest combo cast.
Yeah, to pull from your cameo meter. Yeah,
Well,
that's
depending,
that's.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, depending on what you use from that, the um certain moves will take up the whole cameo. Some won't. Some will take a quarter of it. Some of the stuff I was seeing, like Sector being used for, I was like, man, we're gonna have to use Sector. We'll
Man,
see.
if anything, I think if anything, the breakers are going to cost more than anything than the offensive cameo stuff, where you can extend your combos. But it's kind of weird to see Sub Zero with a dive kick.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, I just say it's just weird because I don't think has he ever had a dive kick before MK9?
I think so.
Like, I just don't remember him ever having a dive kick. But I'm definitely looking forward to actually just playing it this weekend. I'm not sure because I know it's supposed to, if you pre-ordered it, you're supposed to be able to get it. I'm not sure if they're saying, well, if you pre-ordered it through Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, that's how you get through it into the beta. Or if you just pre-ordered it, you get access. I gotta look for my receipt, but I don't know.
Well,
How do you
go ahead.
you think it's gonna be as big as Street Fighter?
Uh it's going to be up there. It the way a lot of fighting games just they sit too evenly now to me, content wise. I mean, MK11, it's great single player stuff and everything. Street Fighter Five didn't really have that, but I say Street Fighter Five had a better player experience for me later down the line. MK11, I played for like up to 3 months, maybe 2 months. I just could not do the play that game competitively the way it played. I just did not like it. It
Mm,
just
w-
you were
What?
restricted to the variations, and then when they allowed everybody to make custom variations, that just reasoning. I love busted games because I mean I play Marvel vs. Capcom and all this other stuff, but that's like it was like eating stale bread every day. That's what that was to me. And I went to CEO and watched MK11 when I had some spare time. I was just like some of the stuff I saw like Kotal Khan because I thought Kotal Khan was cool in like 10, but to like 11, like this like kit or whatever you could get to use. Man, someone had the most just dirty kit made. They were playing against like Fusion or what was his name? He's the Wind God, the brother of Raiden,
Yeah, Fujin.
Fujin, and they would basically outzone it, Fujin. And towards the end, they would do like the command to bring down the sunlight. They would EX it too. So he's being zoned out by Kotal Khan and then chased down by the sun and dies. I was like, that is the dirtiest thing I have ever seen. I don't think Cabal could zone in the game.
Yeah, that's what happened when you make up the. 'Cause I thought, honestly, I've always thought the variation thing was dumb. It's like
It's
I
not a
don't want
bad
to have.
idea, but it's like you have to.
I didn't like it because I don't want to have a character where I don't have access to certain moves because I chose this variation of them. Because sometimes you're a fighting game person. Sometimes certain things are situational,
You
and
know,
you're like, I might not use this move that much, but it's like, okay, I need it right here for this matchup, but you don't have it, or you
well,
need it because the way this player is playing a certain way, and you need that move to deal with him. But if you change your variation to this, then you don't have access to something else you might use more frequently. I like MK1 that I have access to all my moves, and it's just up to me to do what I want to do with them.
that's why I liked MK. 10, the variation was nice, and that one, but 11, it was like, eh.
Yeah, Sub-Zero's variations was dumb. Because pretty much everybody played the same thing, or Cryomancer.
It was the
Because there were
best.
certain ones where if you change certain variations, you didn't get the ice slide anymore, which was basically your main combo ender in that game. You got the shoulder charge, which doesn't really give you much off of once you do the shoulder charge, you don't really get much off of it. It was just to me, I just rather have access to everything and just let me figure it out.
Understandable.
But we will see. Hopefully, I get a chance to play it this weekend. And I forgot, I was gonna get a chance to play it this weekend because I go on vacation Saturday, so I'll have at least two
I'll
days to play it.
let everybody know how it is.
They'll definitely do that.
I'm just waiting for a public beta, but I doubt I'll get one of those.
I think they will, and it'll be just like Street Fighter. I think they're just kind of playing it close to the chest because I'm like Street Fighter has to do one, and everybody was saying they weren't. I said they're gonna do one because there's no way they're gonna launch this game and they haven't fully tested those servers when all those people jump on that game. And then what happened the first day of the public beta? The servers crashed. And I said, see, this is why you have an open beta.
Yep.
What? You got anything else on this topic, sir?
Nope. I think we can move on to our next one, which will be EVO.
Yes, EVO. How many people were there? Was it 22,000?
It was like 20,000, dude. It was a insane amount of people.
Street Fight. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say the Canner brothers. They got the key to the city. They got into the Guinness
Yeah, I was about to
Book
say that
of.
was big.
They got into. They have got an official holiday now in Nevada, Evo Day. What is
I was
it?
telling Kurt that's a big step for the FGC to get recognized. Not only was it was the mayor and it was the governor, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big step right there.
They definitely brought some money down to the strip down there in Vegas. There's no lie on that. And
Oh yeah.
I mean,
what Street Fighter alone had 7,000
yes.
competitors.
Yes, it was 7,000. It was insane. Marvel had like 667.
Guilty Gear had 20. It had 2,000.
I lost count after a while, but they at presently it's like any esports events go. The FGC has always had the best ones as far as it goes. And the reason I say that is because we're open bracket. We're not forced like our pay in. Man, I don't know how much it was for you. Like CEO for me, it was like 120. That's fine. That's whatever.
Like 130,
Probably
120
that.
bucks.
These big leagues like the Overwatch League, the Call of Duty leagues, and all that are going on right now that are failing really badly. The only one that's not, I would say, is maybe the League of Legends, but that's because the Nationals are always like one of the biggest spectacles. But the U.S. never gets in there because we suck at the game. I'm not getting any further into that. I mean, I'm not a League of Legends player, so I can't say anything else. So don't listen to me on that part, League of Legends fans. I swear if y'all come in here and try to like haze me. Anyways, we're thriving right now, while all these others, like I said, the buy-in for us is 130 per person. A team of 5 has to pay almost like $5 million on up just to even have a spot in those leagues. I'm like, you were talking about overinflation,
because I know they were talking. I know the Overwatch League. I remember them hearing something about they were talking about money and finance and stuff, and teams
it's dying,
closing down because they just can't afford it.
Yeah,
it's profitable.
It's overinflated. Yeah, like I said, it's overinflated. Looking at like what EVO, I mean, Capcom Cup. Capcom Cup, like the first place winner leaves with $1 million. Like, my goodness. EVO is not that biggest payout, but it's the prestige of EVO. But I will give EVO all the props in the world. But my God, some of the stuff I was reading about, just those PlayStation 5s, the monitors, those
Oh yeah.
monitors are also at CEO. Those things are like okay. I don't.
I think I don't think they got the high end. I think they got the regular the 3M model. Because I looked them up because I was like, man, I wonder how much these monitors
They're
cost.
almost like $400.
No, no, no. Yeah, that's the low end. The M9, the one, the liquid metal, the high end version, that thing is like $1,000.
I think they're all using the quote unquote low end, and I was like, these are okay. I mean, I was just trying them out here and there. I'm not. I mean, I'm still using old Big Qs from like 2016. These things don't die on me, but I mean, these
I
things
was
are like 60 hertz,
I was
much
just
as they go.
interested because I was just interested to see how much they were. I'm like, and I just looked it up, and I'm like, the M9 model, which is the highest one, I think was like 995 for just a monitor.
I'll say that Sony made that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel sorry for the people that were like had the Brooks converters, and apparently they ran out. People were renting those things out to people. Man, the people that were renting those things out were making money as long and the PlayStation 5s were having heating issues, and it's just like the back USB port that's right there where the power supply is. I don't know if it was just it's so many it's multiple things, but I'm like it gets so hot back there. Like even the Xbox Series X is kind of designed the same, but it doesn't work. It's not overworking itself over in the back. The Xbox, I mean the PlayStation 5, that got so hot back there. People plug in or their Brooks converter, they would pull it out, they would pull out the plastic USB port back there.
I think that's just more like wear and tear. Just people, just hundreds and hundreds of people just plugging in, pulling
Partially,
out, plug.
yes, but you even if you do that on systems that are like that do that all day long, even like computers that you have at major corporations and all that, they don't have that. I mean, I know I said computers at major corporations, but I'm like it takes a lot to damage a USB port. It really does. I mean, but to take out the plastic piece, that thing was warped onto some people's. Like, I mean, it was liquefied in some of those converters. Some people's sticks too. It it was
Okay.
such a mess. Like people were talking about power cycling them, and I'm like, even like when we like in our locals, when we would have PlayStation 4s, we would cycle them out. That's not. I mean, that's understandable. They have an overheating issue, and depending on which model it is, the pros have it worse than the original models for whatever reason. Don't know why, but there is just the horror stories, and some people were I was reading were getting DQ'd for no reason. But it's like I watched one of our good buddies, one of our local talents. He went to CEO and he was playing in Tekken. His buddy, and this was just CEO, had to wait 2 hours on his opponent
See, no, that he should have been
because
DC'd.
of a Dance Revolution tournament. I was like, nah, bro,
No,
you
just like
got
when
10 minutes.
yeah, just like when we was at CEO, and then when I was playing my first one, and the guy didn't show up, and we just like, and you were just like, make sure find out what time, how much time he has before he's DQ'd.
I
And the
just
guy was like, yeah, he's got about 10 minutes. Nah, okay.
it was insane. I mean, 2 hour wait. Some people were upset that they were in multiple games, multiple pools. I was like, well, I
Just
need to get this pool on such and such time. Now, also for those that are not TOs on would start GG, somebody in another pool, it'll let me know at the bottom. There's not much info, but I'm like, if you're coming to a big event and you know there are that many players there, you need to pick your game and stick to them. Entering all games, no, you're not gonna
Yeah.
get to all of them. I was like,
Like
this
if I was going to Evo, I would say even if I want to play extra games, I would say okay, I'm playing Street Fighter, and I'm playing one other game, and that's it.
yeah, that's my max. If I miss my pool or whatever, oh well, that was my fault
Mhm.
for the other
Like
game.
I said, because if I had known when we was down at CEO this year, if I had known they had a DOA tournament, I probably would have had them take my money from DNF and just stuck it over there because I didn't even know they were doing like a side tournament for
Oh
Dead or
yeah,
Alive.
yeah. The side tournaments always pop up randomly when you're not expecting it. But I mean, whew,
But no, they if with 7,000 competitors, you have to stick to okay. You get I would probably say I would say 5 minutes because we got to keep this going. We can't sit here for 2 hours waiting for one person to get here.
oh,
Like
some
if you're
some.
not here, you know your pool is started. You got 5 minutes to get on this console and start playing, or we're gonna DQ you and move on. We're not waiting 2 hours.
Well, I mean, right. But I mean, at Evo, some people are just like, all right, whatever, you're DQ'd, such. This was from like someone higher up than the bracket runner I was hearing. But I mean, it's here nor there. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's
Like
been a
no,
while since I've talked this
if they
much.
were doing that, then somebody needs to step in to say something.
I mean,
Like okay, we're
it's
not
just
running
so
this
many
like this.
people there. And some people were wanting Street Fighter Five to be a 3 out of 5. I was like, I don't care how fast this game is. You
I mean, they did Street Fighter Five
you
tournament
got
somewhere. So
7,000
nobody
players
trying
to
to
go through. Nah, bro, we ain't got that kind of time. You,
and
you've got. Go ahead.
like it had to be early morning pools or late or like late night pools still going on.
They weren't
Cause
that late. Everything was going on time from what I've been reading. But I mean, you had a lot of pulls. That's like, my God. It was
I
just.
wonder I wonder
Go.
if it's gonna be like that next year. Cause if it's like that, cause it might end up being more than 7,000 next year.
Maybe that's. I don't know. Whew. I can only imagine because that was like one of the biggest showings from Marvel quite some time.
Mm, yeah, we might get a Marvel 4
Praying and hoping.
this time. Put the X-Men in.
That's I don't know. That's asking a lot from Marvel. Man, if they would just Capcom just do your own like Capcom Evolution again, but actually like be smart about it.
And we got plenty of trailers actually. Plenty of announcements. Guilty Gear Strive coming. What's the name in the
Johnny,
week after next? Coming the week after next, we get Johnny and we're getting basically new mechanics, new moves added to some characters now and some later.
good luck.
So, so they're definitely trying to keep that game relevant.
I ain't playing that.
I have no idea why they gave May the ability to
Cancelable
cancel the
dolphin.
dolphin.
Oh, it's so
Who else?
stupid.
Because she could cancel the dolphin. Faust can now eat his items and spit them out later.
Oh, that's the best buff I've seen.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see what they're gonna give Biking.
I would get more into it, but I just can't anymore. I'm like, there's too many other things to play now.
Yeah, I'm actually finna go back to Tekken and start working on my fucking ROM again since a lot of people seem to be picking him up again.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, you better practice characters in Tekken 8 right now.
I don't because none of the characters. I want to play the chick they announced at Evo.
You want to play her?
Yeah, the breakdancing chick.
Oh, the
I
coffee
guess
lady.
kind of similar to Lucky Chloe when she comes to like the breakdancing and stuff. Where she kind of uses like
She's
what's
oh
that
god,
like
what's the dance?
capoeira?
No, she's not capoeira. I think she incorporates reggaetone. Excuse me if I mispronounce that. No, I'm not referring to the Rigatone? I'm not referring to the noodles. I swear. I don't know how it's pronounced, so forgive me.
This must be like a dance
It is
martial
a.
art.
It's a. No, it's just a dance. I think she just incorporates it.
But she definitely looks interesting. I definitely want to play her because
I'm going to
I
play just Paul.
unless Lydia's there, which they haven't announced her, which I don't think they're going to announce her. She'll probably be DLC if she comes in, but she'll probably be the one I'll start with. And what else do we get? Of course, we got the Ninja Turtle reveal for Street Fighter and Capcom. I don't know what you're thinking. Like you, like you started out good with Street Fighter, and now you do your first little crossover, and for some
The,
reason y'all go back to old Capcom.
listen, when it comes to like crossovers like Ninja Turtles, they're going to charge a pretty penny for those costumes. You should know
Yeah,
that. That's why I didn't
yeah,
buy them.
I'm not paying $15 for one costume.
I was like, no, I'm good, bro. Yeah, y'all just gave me the song. I'm like, oh, that's fine.
I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that's too much. You want me to pay $15 for four costumes?
Listen, man, there's some games far worse than ours for doing that. That's a crossover. You don't have to buy
I
it.
I already don't like the fact that if you just want to buy one of the characters, you have to spend at least $10 to get one character.
They're not that expensive. That's like $5 for a character.
No, because you can't. You have to have fight money, and you can't get fight money because the characters cost 300. You either can
Oh,
get
that's more. Oh,
250.
they're dirty little. That's a dirty move. I'm not gonna lie. You're not wrong. I know some other companies that have done that. Destiny 2 was very dirty about doing that. It's like, hey, this is X amount of silver, but you need to pay. You have to pay some
So they
more to
only
get.
sell it's 300 for a character. The highest they sell is 250, and that's $5. I let $12 get you 630. So you so you have to choose one. So if you want to get it, you have to basically spend $10 and get two of the 250 packs. I'm like, like either that or you just go ahead and spend and get the season pass. Which me, I'm like, I really don't because the only reason I got Rashid is because I know the guys are gonna need my consulate tournament because if Kurt and them didn't need my consulate tournament, I would not get Rashid. I would not have bought him because I have no interest to play him. Like the only character I'm looking forward to is Aki, which we got a slight glimpse of her
Aki,
at EVO.
an Aki.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see how she plays. We just saw her doing weird stuff. So
I don't want to hear it. You like women like that. You. She's just. Aki
I
is more unhinged than Jury.
I don't really too much like her design. Her design looked a lot better from the leaked artwork that it does when you actually see it in motion. You're like, you might need to just go back and refine her face and her head a little bit more.
Now,
But
let me ask you: did you enjoy the top 8 of all the games?
oh yeah, especially Guilty. Actually, I would say Guilty Gear probably was my one I enjoyed the most. It was hard because what was the guy's name? I'm trying to remember. He was the Nago player. They made it all the way through grand finals.
With less than one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, left. Oh well.
It wasn't left, but the Nago player that made it all the way, like he showed that Nago, even though Nago may no longer be top tier, and he has problems that you can still make him work.
Oh, definitely. It's just going against the happy chaos is not a fun
No,
little activity.
that's not fun for anybody, especially with Nago, because playing him just a little bit and playing a couple of happy chaos, like I don't know what Nago's supposed to do in that matchup.
Try to Beyblade and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's about all you can do. Because I'm just like, he can just shoot, shoot, shoot. As soon as you think about doing it, put the curse on you, blow you back. Okay, now he's just running towards you, shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh, now you're low blocking. And you can't do too much because that's my biggest problem with Nago is the fact that you constantly have to keep your eye on that blood meter. Because you could tell like he lost a couple of those matches not because not because Leffen was better. He lost a lot of time because he just went into blood rage at the worst time.
He deserved it.
And I was just like, no. And I looking at the meter and I say, oh, he can't do anything. If he do Beyblade or he does anything that requires blood, he's gonna pop, and you're gonna lose 50% right off the bat. But that's the curse of playing Nago.
Indeed.
But let's see what else. Street Fighter I thought was real good. I was hoping Punk was gonna win, and finally American could win. Will finally win a Street Fighter, even though I felt like if he won, he would be insufferable.
Oh, hang on. What Mundo? What did you type out? Pray. Oh, for all poor Nago. You just pray and hope for the best. Oh, poor Mundo. He knows your pain, man. I will give it to Punk as much as I don't like his attitude. That man won every game till like
to top six.
I'd say top three. I mean, he went untouched. And then poor Takedo. I mean, not Takedo, but Kekura. What's his name? The JP player.
Kakaru.
Kekaru. Man, I saw that combo he did, and I've done it a couple of times being a JP player. He was going for a reset, but the way the scripting is for the portal snaps or those, it went to his last location, but he hit him with the overhead out of that target combo. If it's a timing thing, most of the time that's you get that. But he oh man, I will say this after watching, and we'll go ahead and go into the Gamers 8 thing, man. If I don't, did you watch any of that?
I watched a little bit of it, but I did have one more. It was like to me, Takedo was gonna win that match.
Bro, he saw that
when he did the EX Fireball drive rush behind it straight through all the JP defense and then supered off of it.
No. Like the fact that he did a oh, that's the Nago player he was referring to. No, the no, that I swear to God, Takedo has like that gun plot armor in real life. The fact that like when the combo did or when the reset didn't happen, and he did level 1, I just died on the inside. I just died. I was like, this is what it feels like to be a Vietnam vet or whatever, shell shocked. Like, no. Oh, um, but let's see here. It, man. But I will say, just to speak on Marvel was very nice. Then we'll get into the Gamers 8 after this. I don't know if you saw Marvel or not, but for the
I
first
didn't get a chance to see Marvel.
For the first time, you did not see a Morgan or Phoenix in the top 6 for the first time. And those are like two of the best characters in Marvel. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That was insane.
I just think people probably been playing the game so long they probably figured out tech to kind of get.
Oh, there's like techs months in advance. It's just the high level of gameplay is insane. But then the the two teams were literally just Zero May Cry. But it was a fun top 8 to watch.
I did like the grand finals of Street Fighter 2. That was actually pretty good. With Mena bringing it back, doing the reset, and then Angry Bird just clutching it out, just like he just wouldn't be denied.
No. All right. Now we're going to get into the Gamers8 Invitational. I wasn't sure about this thing, honestly. Took place in Saudi Arabia. Production was great.
Yep.
You had some of the top players for Street Fighter 6.
I know I got to see Punk in You Kill or Kill You. He was a jury player.
No, I'm sorry. That was some bomb in the back of my mouth there.
And it was actually a good match. Like Punk is probably, I would say this, Punk is probably the best player I've seen when it comes to like whiff punishing. It just the reads he makes and the way he just seems to just know exactly when to punish you.
Bro, I'm going to need you to go watch that grand finals, but I'm going to spoil it for you. The grand finals for the Gamer8. It
Yeah,
was
it was
Kakaroo
Kakarot Angry
against.
Bird.
I tell you this, and I counted this. There are 32 perfect parries in that game set by Kakaroo.
Yeah, I saw it.
Holy
I was
crap.
right before we started. I was looking at it. I know he caught him a couple of times with perfect parry on Dragon Lash.
Dude, he caught him so many times. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, Kakaroo's like, was denied the EVO he deserved to win. And then he's like, you know what? Fine. I'll run through everybody. And he did from losers. And got that. It's like $400,000 payout. I'm just like, I was like, whoa. I was like, I need to up my game. I need to be a better JP player. But I mean, JP's not broken. But I'm like, I will say this:
they're gonna probably nerf that a little bit too.
there's nothing to nerf.
No, I'm talking about
You
perfect parry.
no, it's fine. There's only a 2 frame window, and you get
They're
such a
probably gonna
damage reduction.
they're gonna probably make it to where it's like if you whiff that parry, that you're more punishable.
You're already punishable.
You know, they feel like they want you to make it more punishable.
I've been punish countered. Trust me, I've lost half my health bar for doing it at times.
And I
Trust
do
me, it
agree,
exists. That
and I
there
do
you
kind of, and I'm kind of at the point where I kind of agree that maybe because in platinum, if you're a platinum, gold, silver player, it's something I've noticed when I played when I was playing Manon and Ryu and stuff. Like people will spam drive impact. I'm like, if you start making drive impacts cost 3 bars, you'll cut down on people spamming that
nope.
move.
There's no point in like, dude. You can punish that. You can punish that all day long. You can parry and then punish. I mean, if you
They
fail to
just do it at some of the most random times.
dude, that's just how some people are. You got to be able to fight the random Andes. You have to have 2 game plans for any as far as any game goes. You got to have your game plan for like when you're playing, the good players, and then you got to have your plan for dealing with the random Andes. That's how it goes.
Mm, But I
Not
guess
trying to
when
sell you short, but I'm just like you gotta you, you gotta practice and punish the stuff. It's not fun. It's not fun to do. It's not. Yes, some people will get away with dumb stuff, but that's part of the growing pains of playing fighting games.
well, no, we won't really know until till Aki comes out. Cause that'll be probably the first big balance update.
I don't see where they're going to really do anything to anybody. I mean,
Yeah,
the biggest update was they did is when they changed. You can just press parry to drive or rush cancel out of a
well,
normal move.
they did a small patch when
That was
they
a huge upgrade. That
no, I'm
was
talking
no
about
small.
when they released when Rashid came out, they actually it was like a small little patch notes for certain characters. They got stuff got changed and buffed and nerfed.
There was no buffs or nerfs. They were just fixing some stuff that was just like minor details. Like that was just adjustments. There's really no like nerf. I think the only thing that got touched was like someone in modern. I can't remember which character it was.
They were Chung Li and
But I mean,
Blanca.
Street Fighter 6 is like great. The only thing is that weird input issue. I don't know. I know they're looking into it still. I don't know how well they'll get it fixed out. But I mean,
Oh, what you mean
overall,
where the game eats your input sometimes?
yeah, during a drive rush, uh, but for the most part, it's great. There,
They need to get rid
there's
of the
no
free.
the what now?
They need to get rid of the freeze frame on certain stuff.
They did. They removed certain freeze frames on certain things.
Now, cause
No.
Jamie, when he drinks his he drinks 4 drinks and he does his little explosion thing and it freezes.
Uh
Like
huh.
it still does that. It messes up your input.
I mean, just don't let them get 4 drinks. That's what I do. Unless I'm going against a good Jamie, then I have to sit there and hold that.
What wrecker, low forward, drive rush, wrecker.
I crap. Something like that. But I mean, it be what it be. I take the game for what it is. Street Fighter 6 is just like Street Fighter 4 to me all over again, but way better.
I would say they're probably gonna change stuff eventually because I think they want to keep the game fresh.
When they probably release, um, what
Unless
is
they
it?
just do like what? Unless they just wait till like, okay, we don't release the Kuma. We're going into season 2. First thing coming into season 2, we're gonna have a balance patch.
Maybe. I mean, it's just everybody as far as like characters go. Yeah, there's some characters that are weak in their areas, but like no one's terrible. Like legitimately, no character is terrible.
No, each character is all solid. It
I
just
know some
depends on can
people. Go ahead.
I say it just depends on can you optimize your character.
Some people I've seen playing Manon have been dropping Manon because they don't. Like, I guess they're just having a hard time with her. But as far as like grapplers go, she's a better grappler.
She's not easy to play either. Cause even though she had you can get your command grabs and stuff, but you really have to set up a lot of stuff. It's a lot of conditioning with your opponent because people don't know. Like even when she does the thing where she draws you in, you just jab her out of that. She tries to go for a command grab. There's a lot of her stuff that you can kind of jab her out of. So it's like you have to be more like you have to condition them more to just stay on the ground and kind of mix them up to where you can start getting your command grabs.
I'm sure most people have it figured out.
Like she's fun to play.
But bro, go watch the Gamers 8 Invitational. Some of the matches were insane.
I know. I say I watched the one with Punk and I watched the one with Angerberg and Kudo at the grand finals. But we didn't ever even touch on the biggest thing at Evo,
What was that?
the modern control Chung Li.
Listen, it does not matter to me what somebody plays. Whatever floats your boat. I don't care.
I don't know. I know it would have been a huge explosion if he had won.
Oh, indeed. My God, the amount of modern players.
And the amount of classic players that would have just been crying out because they're still crying for Capcom to put in a switch that could that'll basically turn off modern control players if you don't want to play them.
Listen, you got to learn how to play against these people. It's part of life, part of growing up, growing pains. That's how it works.
Because I don't even because we have because Rushdown is a he was at Evo Rushdown, I
Mm-hmm.
think, and he's a modern JP.
I think so. Yeah,
And I've messed around with Jury in modern mode. It's like, it's not really for me. I can see why people like modern.
I like having
It
all my
does
moves.
it definitely gives you don't have to think as much, especially when I can just push. I can do forward punch and get a DP instead of
Heh,
having to do the motion.
it may be a little less damage, but hey, that is more. That is. I bet you get your anti airs. Sacrifice a
lot
little
of and
damage.
a lot of her feng shui engine stuff. Like once you get in modern mode, it'll pretty much you'll be frame perfect on feng shui engine stuff. It's crazy how perfectly that thing just you can just mash it out in feng shui and she gets like a crazy feng shui engine combo, and you're never gonna drop it. Even the hardest move for jury, which is doing light pinwheel in the super, you could basically do it on modern control by pressing one button.
Pretty
It'll do a,
much.
it'll do it'll do a full combo into the light pinwheel super level 3 super, and that is a hard thing to do because you have to input the DP motion and then simultaneously hit back forward twice. Like, it's not easy.
Well,
That's why you don't really see too many juries doing it. And like the more pro master players, they do it. But it's rare you're gonna see like platinums and stuff doing it.
I'm sure will the people that want to will put in the time and learn it.
It's
Or
not as
not.
useful. It's not as useful. It's just more like a swag move. Like I just want to kind of style on you.
Hmm.
But it's easy. It's easier ways to get level 3.
True. Well,
Yeah.
I don't really have much else to really say on any of this stuff. What about you, Mr. Chris?
Nah, that's pretty much it. Well, we talked for a good little bit on all this stuff. Only thing I say, I'm looking forward to January, and we'll have to wait to see what we get.
Indeed. Hopefully, we'll get those a better trailer for. Excuse me, a better trailer for Gundam Seed Freedom. But we'll see. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great night, Mr. Chris.
Yep, y'all be safe. Mundo, see you later. Well, if you still up and you want to play a little bit, Mundo, I got about a few minutes before I have to go to sleep.
Oh, Chris, I don't know if you were there for this. Before we leave, I'm going to be doing a first 10 with
D3 King.
D3 King, JP only. And I was like, he's trying to back out of it a little bit, which is funny. I was like, yeah, we're just going to do it for fun. But I was giving him some grief for losing to Daddy Bond, Daddy Bane, Donnie Bond,
Dr.
Tabani.
Bonnet.
Dear God, I'll say it right eventually.
Dr.
And
Bonnet.
he's like, my JP's better than yours. I was like, I'm not the one getting scooped scooped 3 times than dying.
Cause he said he was gonna switch to Rashid.
He might. We'll see. I don't know who he'll play, but I think this will be a good learning opportunity for him. I showed in the videos I used to learn JP with. Now, all the extra stuff I've been learning, I've just been following Brian F. Now I got to follow Kakaroo and all the shenanigans from that. Nemo, too. Oh, my goodness. All right, folks, but that's going to be it for us.
Y'all have a good night.
Stay safe. Later. Maybe next month. Maybe again this